streets to declare themselves and to provide a voice and hope for their community. Today, we march with and for them.
How are you feeling about the past 8 years and past,
That's too much.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too much. That's what it feels like when you lose a family member, you know? You go through different feelings of mourning and rage and also pride. That happened. We saw it, we got pictures, we got proof. So, yeah.
How are you feeling about today's gathering?
It's powerful. It's powerful. The streets are lit. Black women are in the center. We've always been in the center of the work. Now we can be in the center of the conversation. So, yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day.
Oh, you won't? I ain't blocked you out of nothing. Listen, I only had 2 episodes of my show. I gotta get good before I have the best.
I've seen both.
I gotta get good, but what can I do better?
I think it's sharp. It's sharp, right? It's relevant. It's on point.
Yes, sir.
I'm impressed.
Hey, sir, listen. Can I brag on you?
The first act of a very wealthy class, while saving some manufacturing job in a high-profile way, there are thousands of workers and take millions off of health care. It affects no cabinet member, no congressperson.
That's right.
Second thing, to make housing more difficult and more expensive.
Right.
Then to put Jeff Sessions, an anti-justice man over justice, is a stab in the chest of the civil rights struggle down through the years. So one senses in this crowd a great sense of resistance. It's what we felt across the country. We know several things. One, that this election, Hillary got the most votes. That should be enough to win. She did it with the right coalition. But the second is the impact of the Russian factor. We don't know, but we know it was a factor.
Yes.
We also know the FBI role was a factor, but what's missed in their narrative is the hacking of the black vote.
Yeah.
Hacking the black vote in North Carolina and Pennsylvania and
Michigan.
Michigan.
Can I brag on you for a second?
What?
I want to brag on you for 1 second. First of all, in 1968, the Poor People's March came together with a crazy idea that blacks and whites and people who are left out could stand together and get something done. And it was a little idea with big purpose. 20 years later, something called the Rainbow Coalition, which you led, took that idea and almost took over the Democratic Party. You changed the rules in the Democratic Party so that proportionality was possible. And then 20 years later, that little idea of the Poor People's Campaign, which then became the Rainbow Coalition, became the Obama Coalition, took over our government, rescued America from the worst recession since the Great Depression, all because you were willing to stand in the breach between Dr. King and Obama. And we love you for it, we appreciate you for it, and we're gonna take it forward. But nobody's giving you the credit for changing the keys on the lock so that when Obama showed up, if Obama had showed up with the same numbers before you changed the rules, Hillary Clinton would have been the nominee. Your fight for fairness in the Democratic Party is why we got Obama. And I want the world to know that about Jesse Lewis Jackson.
I'm going to be part of that legacy of struggle. And against all odds, he did a tremendous job. He inherited a plummeting economy. Trump inherits a rising economy.
Yes.
He lost 800,000 jobs in 1 month. The auto industry had gone. The banks were global collapse. Now 30 million more have health insurance, a net gain of jobs every month for the last 8 years. We reconnected Cuba to the alliance of world nations. The climate change event in Paris.
Yes.
Getting Iran off the nuclear trajectory.
None of that would have happened if Obama hadn't been elected, and Obama wouldn't have been elected if you didn't do what you did with the Rainbow Coalition. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
How can I reach you?
Your people have me.
You get this, sir.
You know how to reach me?